Hello, everyone, and welcome back to SoCallie Grand Finals. Quite an unexpected turn of events, but we're here somehow. V4p0r on the mic joined by Kraken Mare.
Hello.
It's been a long time since either of us commentated, but we'll give you the best we have.
Hey, you know what? This was all put together real quick, so hey, we got something together. Here we have stream, and the players are here, so we're just glad to get this done here, right, V4p0r?
Yeah. Well, why would we not be glad to just get this done at this point? A little bit behind with scheduling, probably around 3 months behind currently, but we're here. This is grand finals, getting it done before SoCallie, which is this upcoming weekend. I'm pretty sure I have that correct.
Yes, I believe you are right.
But
it is this weekend.
Hey, we'll get things rolling. Starting out, Splat Zone's Makamart. This is a best of 7 for your grand finals.
BO7, hey, traditional for our finals, right? So nothing too crazy here. And we start with one of the most common map modes to see, Makamart zones.
Yep, Pepe will open now on this right stack, trying to find the pick, but with the Wiper going down with some help, finds one of his own, and this is going to be advantage for Triggerfish Limeade with an early points with Cap. Zuka out though from Pill, and they're going to try to retake here.
Yes, they managed to retake, but the strikes back will neutral things off. Brian there on the splash, something we don't see too often. Usually he plays the other splash when he's playing splash, so recently he's kind of picked up this one, especially for zones. And we see it's thus far, it has been very beneficial. 3 down go on B line. The last one jumping out, an effective white. Triggerfish Limeade will go ahead and take up those stacks. They are going to try to build up some specials here. With Cooler, though, we're going to give them a little bit of that extra defensive option if they do go down here on the aggro.
Yeah, a little bit of that defensive option. Try to build up those strikes in Zuka. Pepe trying to make a bit of an aggressive play on this right stack, but with 3 members there, they're going to get punished right away. 2 members, 3 down on the side of Triggerfish Limeade. It's only Shiny on that Pencil 5B, and they're going to jump out to save their life after finding 1.
They got the big pick there, though. That's huge. Though, Cooler has been dropped by B-Line. I want to make sure that's very clear. So those jumps are those kills are less important there. Gonna jump out, get Cooler, and they're gonna rush you right away as soon as they get back in. And with that life now, the second life, so to say, they have Cooler, so they don't care if they die. They're gonna get back in real quick. And you can see, look at the B-Line people just rushing the side of Triggerfish Limeade, and multiple of them go down again, V4p0r.
Yeah, Golden Ball, though, finding 1, finding 2, helping out Pepe off that death. DRF finds 1 on the top side, leaving only the bucket and the Wiper off the jump in. Back in control of the zone is Triggerfish Limeade for another effective wipe.
Effective wipe on their side. They're building up special. You can see Golden Ball here just kind of painting up, getting the corners, making sure none of the B-Line members are sharking. Here comes the B-Line members. There they come, crunch together. Pepe gets 1. Golden Ball. Know him as Brian, excuse us. If we call him Brian anytime this time. He gets 2 as well. Is going to push back the B-Line members. B-Line members here in the right side corner. Shiny and Pepe, who just jumped back in. Able to get 2 combined. 2 for 1. Make that 3 for 1. It's going to be the Wiper versus 2 people, and that's going to be the end of the game there, babe.
Yeah, just like that. 1 did jump in, but they don't have the paint control to paint over that zone to even neutralize it. It will be Triggerfish Limeade to take this first game of grand finals. Reminder, this is best of 7, and we threw this together in less than 5 minutes.
Hey, we got it together. Hey, it doesn't matter whether it took 5 minutes or 5 hours. We have a match here. We got all of top 4, I think, was completed today, right, V4p0r? All of the top 4 matches?
Yep, we were able to cover loser semis with UCSD Esports Gold and B-Line. No, it wasn't B-Line. It was... I have the bracket right here. Tender Defenders. UCSD Esports Gold got 2-0 over Tender Defenders. Right after that, we had Triggerfish Limeade Supremacy go up against Beeline in Winners Finals, where Triggerfish Limeade got that win, and Beeline ended up getting I don't want to say dominant, but it was a very dominant sweep over UCSD Esports Gold in a shutout victory, which puts Beeline back into grand finals against Triggerfish Limeade in this best of 7.
I love that you say, I don't want to say they stomped them, but they stomped them. Yeah. Wow, okay. Do that.
I love those guys at UCSD. I love those guys.
You know, big thing is it's finally getting done. I'm glad to see these gamers getting the matches done, and hey, taking the smart decision. Well, we were all around here anyways. We're free. Let's just finish this out tonight. Not think about this anymore. We can start focusing on the next tournament, whether that be SoCallie. I believe Triggerfish Limeade is going to SoCallie. I'm not sure about Beeline, of course, but hey, you know, I hope to see them there.
Yeah. Well,
so. This is a good kind of warm up for it, right? yeah, us two in particular. No, we see they're called in an event called SoCallie. We're getting the actual snow paper.
Yeah, that is factual. We had a snow day here at Penn State today. Classes were canceled until 5 p.m. So,
all right. Lucky you, I got to enjoy the snow. Watch it. We had some out here where I am. The local schools were all closed. My mother very much enjoying that as a worker there at the school district. She was very happy. And they already have a 2-hour delay for tomorrow. And the match gets canceled. Vapor, do we have any... I think it's the wrong map?
Maybe. Let me double check map.
Confirmed. Yes. TC Shipshape should be our second game. So that's why it was canceled. They went to game 3 when we are still in game 2. David is ready for the set to be over, if you can't tell. DRF here, ready, our host. Ready for it to be over, ready to move on. There we go. We got the right map, Paper. We got the right map.
Alright, now we ban DRF from hosting at all, guys, okay? For context, everyone, Kraken and I are both players on Triggerfish Zone Supremacy, which is the actual team made up, or majority made up from this pickup of Triggerfish Limeade Supremacy, where it is a shiny Pikmin from a Cherry Limeade that is playing with these people.
Yes, so Shiny's the Limeade part, and the Triggerfish is the other 3. But that came back to the reference. What the reference that we were talking about with David not hosting is the other day with the storm we had on the East Coast. The East Coast folk usually host for Triggerfish just because we're usually more in the middle, and in general in the U.S. the population's on the East Coast. So it's like, oh, we're in the middle if it's European. Oh, well, we're near most people if it's East Coast. So, but with the storm, we let David host it. He had a million things going on, and so we were like waiting between matches and stuff. So that's where that jump comes from background information. But hey, we're finally getting into the match, Vapor. Yeah. Game 2, TC Shipshape. What's the key here, Vape?
Ooh, you have to take control of those stacks. It plays very similar to Mako Mart, where you just need to take control of those stacks, and the tri-strikes from Golden Ball, the tri-strikes from Slog are both going to be very helpful to control those, especially playing very quickly, that Wiper trying to pressure that top right area.
Already touched the tower to get a couple points. Say, hey, you know what? We're going to send a message. We're going to get some points on the board. We're able to go 1 for 1 thus far for Beeline. Make that 2 down. Triggerfish Limeade takes that lead, Vapor, and Pepe with a great flank, but not able to come up with anything this time around.
Slog popping out those ink strikes, though. DRF, pop that tacticaler. There is someone behind them, and that I don't think either of them know, but DRF is going to be diving into this plat, finds another pick, and that is huge positioning. Triggerfish Limeade has full control of this top left area. DRF already playing these grates to keep him off, but it's going to be the flankers. The Shark from, I'm pretty sure that is the end zap there. DRF is able to get the jump out, but that slows everything down.
Oh, that was such a huge opportunity for Triggerfish Limeade if they're able to get that last straggler. They get that last straggler, and they already have control of the top left. That would have been big points, at least one checkpoint, probably. In this case, now, they're in a situation that they're down to one player. Brian being a thorn in the back of Beeline, keeping it a little bit. Gets another pick. Make that up. Golden Ball gets 2 more in their team of Cherryfish Limeade, able to come clean up all of them but one. It's a 1v2 of the 52 versus Pepe and Shiny.
Cherryfish Limeade trying to shark around, fish them out, but they're going to get stopped once again by that first checkpoint. Pill already playing this top left with that wiper to try to take control early on. And now it's only the 2 members left of Beeline trying to get back in, but they're going to get collapsed on. Finding a trade there is going to be the gal with the shot, but this checkpoint is going to fall anyways in favor of Cherryfish Limeade.
You highlighted this. You highlighted pretty much the stack areas there on either side of mid, and you can see that was the first time that either team fully controlled both of them. And you can see they got the first checkpoint and are already pushing towards that second checkpoint and continuing to snowball. Another member goes down of Beeline and Triggerfish Limeade. And with that, they're all pinned in one corner of Beeline. This should be another checkpoint for Triggerfish Limeade, and they're able to get it. And it's just down to 10 points remaining. Shiny's on the tower alone. David hops on, and that is going to be a knockout for Triggerfish Limeade.
And they also played the same exact map in the winners finals as well. So they knew what they were going up against, and this time Triggerfish Limeade did take the lead at the very end in that winners finals matchup, but they're able to get full control this time around of both that upper snipe area and full control around the tower, so it was a lot harder for Beeline to push right back in.
I will say I'm really glad that we're not having the disconnects that was on earlier. I was, of course, streaming myself, and I just kind of was watching a little bit on the side. And it was like 3 games straight of just multiple people disconnecting. So I'm glad that at least it's a 4v4. So, hey, we get ourselves a really fun grand final set here. If Beeline can make a comeback, be mindful that Triggerfish Limeade will have that extra life, so to say, because this is double elimination. So there will be a bracket reset. But first, Beeline has to overcome a 0-2 deficit first in this best of 7, Vapor.
Yeah, and they have to start that off Rainmaker Humpback Pump Track. And this is going to be a turning point in this set. You need to play fast, you need to play smart, and you have to use the specials to coordinate as a team. And especially for Beeline here, because they're down 0-2 in the set. They don't want to lose another to go into match point.
Yeah, you don't want to go into match point. That's the worst feeling, though. If you can kind of get under their skin by getting one of those games, right? If you can get game 4, it kind of gets under that other team, like they just breathe a little bit, but at the same time, it's one of those, oh no, you know, we were there, we could have had it. Especially if it's a really close game, kind of get in their minds a little bit. Gotta take one, Beeline. Gotta take one to start getting in their heads, because right now, Triggerfish Limeade is doing exactly what they want to do. And here we go, opening of the match. Nothing too crazy, babe.
Nothing too crazy, but we do see a nice little switch here from Golden Ball Splash to Tri-Slosher this time. Double Tri-Slosher from Triggerfish Limeade. TLS is going to be Mia taking a fight with Pepe. Finding that pick there and try and move around to this right side already. Trying to get Shiny. There goes Shiny as well. That's going to be Golden Ball stuck in the corner. There's another down. This is going to be a checkpoint for free for Beeline.
I wouldn't say it's for free. That was well earned. They completely smoked Triggerfish Limeade in this corner. And look at this. They're continuing to push down to 36 remaining. This doesn't look like it's going to be an end to this push, as Pepe and Shiny are the only 2 remaining. And they're being pressured. And they're going, but they're going to be stopped at 17 remaining. Not a complete shutdown, though, because Slog and Mia are still there.
Yeah, it's only the Rainmaker versus the Tri-Slosher jumps coming in. That will be the wipeout, but 1 point remaining, and that is going to be the difference of this matchup right here. It's always been back and forth, especially in those disconnect games, and it always comes down to the wire. This is Rainmaker Humpback Pump Track, which is known to be very fast as well.
It definitely favors a Beeline's comp by a mile with the pencil existing on the side of Triggerfish Limeade. The big hope is that you would hold some points on defense when you have a weapon like that. And with that, now they have to go super offensive. You see Shiny's up there ahead of the Rainmaker even, which is doing their job, getting those picks, trying to clear out some area, trying to get some wall down. Oh! And they tied the score, Vapor! They tied it, but they did not get the KO, which means that Beeline will hold the lead for now. Pepe jumping back just a little bit. 2 members going down on the side of Beeline. Triggerfish Limeade trying to get something together, but it looks like the Slosher has control of the pop, so right now Beeline is just kind of stalling it out.
Stall it out as much as you can, and okay, there is 4 people down on the field, leaving only DRF to take a 1v3, and just like that, we're talking about the DCs. Well, there's going to be a knockout for Beeline. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna. I want to point out that Beeline well earned this win prior to the DCs. They got it down to 1 remaining. That would have been really tough for TLS to overcome. Though they were able to get it down to tie the score, but nonetheless, a knockout is still quite hard to do at times. So, as much as Beeline is getting that game, they also earned it. I can't believe that was a 3v1. That may be a first I have seen.
Everyone on TLS, except for the host, disconnected.
Oh, boy.
I don't really know what to say about that other than just try to laugh the pain away.
You know what, TLS? If you would have just knocked out, you would have won, and then the problem would have been solved. But no, you didn't knock out, so you don't deserve the game. That's what DRF's internet said. Said, you know, you didn't knock out, you guys lose. That's what you get. You had 1 chance.
Yeah.
Come on. That's it. Internet still part of there. Come on, knock it out. Come on.
Just knock it out faster. You had it. You tied the score. Just get another point.
Still waiting. So we're waiting on Golden Ball to come back. As soon as Golden Ball's here, we are able to continue.
and 1 member of Beeline.
I'm not sure the situation in terms of where they're going. I don't know why it's taking Golden Ball so much time to get in here. Usually they're pretty quick. They broke the whole internet.
they just broke it. We were talking about this earlier when DRF and Keon were on the mic, that it was taking Golden Ball a little bit extra to get home.
That's why.
And he's only he played the earlier set.
Why are we putting aliases on?
Oh boy,
that's an alias, right, from the other Beeline player?
I think that's their actual.
So they didn't put on a new alias. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what's going on. Yeah, that.
Because Beeline has been using aliases to keep their names actually the same during this, because on LAN you cannot use your splash tag numbers. It takes it based off of your Switch name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the nice thing about LAN, is you're able to switch it for free, while in online you have to use the aliases, or go without the alias, mind you, if they ban aliases, which is understandable in a lot of situations, just because online is so much hard to verify people and things like that. As a TO, it's already one more level of shenanigans to have to deal with especially when you're dealing with something like low ink, right, where you have a skill cap.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to hide you are. It's one more level of shenanigans that you just have to navigate as a TO, and so it's just easier to ban. Though for something like this, I think most people aren't going to lie about who they are at this point. Yeah. And they just want to match what they were on in the land, so it's kind of understandable. I'm not sure why they aren't starting.
From my knowledge, it seems like Triggerfish Limeade is going to be asking for a gentleman's at this point because of the disconnect situation. We'll see if that goes through. We are waiting on the teams to figure that out, but if it does go through, we'll rerun Rainmaker Humpback. If it doesn't, we'll be moving on to Clan Blitz Scorch Gorge.
Alright, so that's what we're going to see what the gentleman's is. Now, if I was Beeline, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably just say, give me the game. Like, I'll be real, they just, after what happened in the last set with DCs, and they got it down to 1. Like, obviously, those teams did get it down to 1. It's just like, we did it. We absolutely dominated in the first minutes. Like, we want that game. We want that game. And I wouldn't blame them one bit if they take this game. They completely deserved it. They earned it, and they are gonna take that game, Vapor.
Yeah. So at least we get that confirmed. People joining in slightly a different order on the rejoins. So we'll get teams figured out heading into this 4th game. Flame Blitz on Scorch Gorge, and I know you enjoy this map a lot, especially for Clan Blitz as a brush player yourself. What are the key positions that you would say to take for either of these teams?
Well, the biggest position is the ramps, right, on the right side. Obviously, though, that being where the snipes can be, right, when you can have where usually we put you on Explo, right, on the top. If you can get up there, though, the defenders have like nowhere to go, just because the only area is like right behind the basket. So like, once you have that top position, all of the enemies have to go fight uphill towards the basket. So just get up top there with something along the range. You put Shiny up there, and Triggerfish Limeade isn't going to go anywhere. They're going to be scoring tons of points while holding that snipe area. If they're not able to hold it, though, it's really easy for the defenders to defend on that location and keep, because it's just such a tight corridor, Vapor.
Yeah, and you want to get into that corridor, and with this rushdown comp that Beeline has, they can definitely try to break through it, so they need to start out with getting an early and fast opening to take as much control as they can of mid, but it's going to be the surrounding of Triggerfish Limeade to hold them off from just diving right through. And neutral right now, Wiper going to go down for Pepe. Pepe gets 2! That's going to be a big push. They don't realize that they're pushing. Oh, Pepe gets 3! That's fair! They got 1! They got all 4! This is going to be a big push for Triggerfish Limeade. Is Shiny going to get up in that position? You see Shiny's already trying to work towards there. Brian's looking for the picks to help Shiny get there. Able to get 1. Golden Ball's going to continue with this position, but they're going to go down, and DRF not able to get in that other ball. And with that, Pepe's going to jump out with a ball, though, so that does give him a chance to push right back here if they can get those picks again, Baker. Yeah, build that ball. That also lowers the clam economy for Beeline as well, so it will be a bit slower for them to make their own push. Strikes getting popped out. One ends up going off the map, but the Singjet from DRF, Pepe as well, trying to work in together. Golden Ball from the side. That's 2 down on Beeline, finding a 3rd. Looking for the 4th is going to be the Wiper now with help going to try to control this left side of the map. The help comes in late, though. The Wiper goes down, Vapor. And Pepe is able to get another one of the help. Gets 2 of the help. Can they get the 3? No! The Slosher is able to get Pepe back. But it is a 1v3 situation. Slosher recognizing it, going back to the rest of their team, and holding that key position that we're talking about there. Keeping the enemy off it. They were going to get on it and, like, physically take it and take the clams. But they don't need to, because they get the 52 off of that, Vapor. Yeah. Trip strikes out as well to for Beeline to try to get back control with 2 down. That's going to be a full wipe. 3 going down off screen, and just like that, already so many members of Beeline at the basket. There's the power clam jump in, and now you have to get up to that snipe. As you were saying, Pill is up there, getting those clams in as well. Does leave 1 to keep that clam economy low, but will keep this score basket open. Golden Ball trying to make a play, but they're going to get picked off as well. Shiny getting punished by that bucket. Now full advantage here for Beeline.
You see exactly what we're talking about. How that was so tough to push once you get locked out of that snipe area. And you can see that Triggerfish Limeade Supremacy is able to just getting steamrolled here. And this is going to be a KO, Vapor.
Oh, they got up there. They were able to just skirmish around, and as I said earlier, it's based around that speed. Who's able to get up there first? And you called out that key position. I called out that that speed is important to get there, and they had a combination of both.
Yeah, for a while that was a really good opening by Triggerfish Limeade. Pepe really opening up with that quad. But the difference between the two pushes is one team was able to get to that lockout position and control it, while if you watch with Triggerfish Limeade's push, they didn't fully control it. And so once the opponents were able to fully push back in and keep them at bay, at least just keeping the score to a minimum of a ball plus, I think, like 3 or 4 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big difference between the two pushes when you control the key position. That was a perfect example of that, Vapor.
Yeah, perfect example. And this is in this upcoming maps, Zones Mahi, it doesn't rely as much on the speed, but it definitely relies more on how well you can control what you already have, and that's what Triggerfish Limeade is so good at doing, especially with that pencil. Golden Ball is a really good sharking player, covering that support option. You have Pepe to help break in, but you can't count out the buckets from Slog. You can't count out that 52 as well with that splash wall. Yeah,
that splash wall could be a really good lockout tool here. If you can get up to that next level, especially with the water level lower, there's a nice little lockout area. You can put a wall on the opponent's right side, so your left side of their spawn. With that ramp up and a wall there, it basically is a complete choke point that they cannot bypass, other than going through a very obvious ramp or breaking through that wall. So they would have to go around the side, which then leaves to a free funnel for someone like Shiny to sit up on that top, on the defense, or sorry, excuse me, the team pushing back in's left side, and it could completely lock them out there if they're able to get that position. It's a very far position. You're gonna need a wipe to do so, but getting one helps like that, Vapor.
Yeah. Find those picks, and they're going to keep moving up. Fizzy Bomb from DRF. They see the last two over on this right side, but can they get there? Pepe finds one with that bomb, and now they've tried to force them through this left side choke point. As you were talking about a little bit there, staggering out the members of Beeline as well. Another dropping on this left side, though. Pepe sharking around, and it's going to be Golden Ball on that flank.
If you're smart, Beeline, just pay the penalty at this point. So to say, they paid the penalty. Map becomes an argument, usually considered better at this point. We get some more area to move around. You have some more flank options, but it becomes tougher to get up into their spawn because the block and the sniper are the only two options. Before, it's a flat way up, and now you have to kind of drop in or go up a level. So that's a very notable thing here, though. Shiny and Pepe continuing to hold the zone, but it will flip to Beeline in the end here.
Pepe will find one on the shark as it's going to be Shiny to jump out, but add 2 more to that. Pepe finds a 4th. There's going to be a delayed wipe there and a quad for Pepe on top of that. Shark already up in this lockout position.
If they had kept a wall on this team, this is where you want a wall, right here. But instead, with no wall, they have to kind of just play around the ledges. They were doing okay with that. Able to get assisted one. That bomb was a really good placed bomb. And with that, though, 2 members go down on Beeline, and with though, David gets them both.
Yeah. DRF finding both members. That confirms this lockout even more. The trip strikes to try to neutral the zone, looking for a cap. Wiper moving in, Zap from the far side, Gal on this left as well, finds one, but ends up going down to Golden Ball. But Golden Ball finds two. There's a wipeout on the side of Beeline, moving this points lower and lower. They just have to hold forward for it. But there's that splash wall from Shiny. There's the tunneling you were talking about. They're not going to get to the zone. Triggerfish Limeade taking this next game.
Good bounce back here by Triggerfish Limeade. You know, I talked about prior to the disconnects how important to get some of those games, just get in their head a little bit and just kind of make them have to come back. And this was a good slap back here by TLS, able to completely knock out Beeline, moving it themselves in favor on the set, just needing one more, Vapor. One of the next two, what are our next two maps, Vape?
Upcoming next is Tower Control Inkblot Art Academy.
TC Inkblot, and then we have RM Crablegs, our next one after that. But if needed. Vapor, what are the key positions on this next map?
Oh boy. Oh boy. There is one thing that you need to know, and that is to get to those bats. Get to that upper level as fast as you can. And you say it many times as a coach, and many coaches say it, especially for this map. If you get to that bats area, if you get to that upper area above the plat, you control basically 70%, if not more, of the entire game.
Yeah, I would say 70% might be a little understatement. If you ever listen to any of our comms with me in it, for TZS, or when I was playing with Penn State last semester, oh boy, if you don't hear me screaming bats on this map as soon as you have an opportunity, I'm failing at my job. So
yeah.
Like, these guys better be screaming bats, and get up there. Like, they better get up there, because we have practiced this map, because we've struggled on it previously and have really worked on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And rallying to that key position. So I'm gonna judge them really hard, by the way, TLS on this one. I'm gonna tell them right now. I'm gonna judge them hard on how good they are at getting into bats, because these, especially the three more frontline weapons, should be really good at this, which they are the most important to get to that location, of course.
Yeah, you also have to keep in mind of those beacons from that Splatana Wiper Deco as well, and try not to get punished. DRF going down already. Pepe does find the revenge pick there, make that another, and with these trip strikes, TLS trying to move over to this left side. Pepe trying to take the fight with the Gal, and there goes the Gal as well.
Yeah, they got the pick. They got two picks. So now you need to go get bats. Go get it. Go! You can see that Golden Ball's trying to get up there. They had to wait out a bomb, and Pepe was in strike. So there we go. This is what you want to see. This is how fast you need to get up there, if not even faster than they got up there. Nonetheless, it was enough for them to fight for this position. They're not going to be able to hold it, though, so they're not going to be able to get this checkpoint. But, hey, it was a good start. It was good to see them rallying up to that location. That's a good sign here with 4 minutes still remaining in this game.
And there's still 3 down on the side of Beeline as well. They're not really... Triggerfish Limeade isn't really able to get full control of this bats area, but they're able to keep those picks staggered out, so even when they lose it, they can keep that tower forward. They cleared it,
Vapor.
They were able to stagger those picks far enough about and clear that checkpoint. DRF able to clean out as they roll towards that third checkpoint, but with 2 others going down. Golden Ball playing closer to this tower, getting surrounded by 3 members, finds one, looking for another. There's the second trip strikes ready to go.
Oh, and they're getting the triple. Vapor, can they get the quad? Last one is still there. They're going to abandon him, let their teammates get him. Focus trying to hold bats. That's the key position. Very smart play. You just got to trust your teammates sometime. If you can hold the key position, but they're not going to be able to do it this time, Vapor. They held it for quite a long time, though.
Yeah, and that's what matters. It controls 70%, if not more, of this game as we're talking about, and just like that, since that opening, Beeline has yet to be able to touch mid.
Here they come now. You have Slosher flanking. You have a Wiper pushing forward fast, and you have an NZAP getting swarmed that everybody else kind of abandoned. That NZAP was with their teammates, and then their teammates started kind of going in different directions, and Zap got caught there. But Shiny's also going to get caught and forced to jump out by this Wiper, who does a really long flank and gets one and force Shiny to jump out. So that's a huge situation to force the back line of a team to jump out at minimum if you can't get the pick.
Missiles ready as well. Make the calls as you see them and try to open up this left side with them. Wiper moving in towards the DRF on that Slosher, trying to call for support. And there goes the Slosher. Advantage for Beeline here, but they need to start moving this tower. They need to find the Sharkers, and there goes Golden Ball, probably the most sharky player on the Triggerfish Limeade.
In this group, yes, definitely the most sharky. But it doesn't matter. Beeline is going to go down too. Good play there by Pepe and Shiny, I believe, are the two that got the picks. David, here, DRF, I don't think got one, but they got some very key picks earlier, and they're looking for some more key picks, kind of getting their teammates back in first. That's very important. Very smart play there. Playing life,
Ooh.
Though they're not playing life anymore when they're going back to the respawn panel, Vapor.
Get Zuka out from Pepe, trying to keep them off Shiny. Two members going down. There's the jump out back to the beacon, keeping those trip strikes as three of their teammates go down. Slog holding onto these trip strikes to control as much position as they can. They don't want to lose bats at this point, especially with a minute left. One go down. Golden Ball is on this flank. Finding a trade there is Slog with Golden Ball, but they still lose so much control. Pill on the flank, trying to get Shiny as Pepe goes down from the front. And this is going to be advantage for Beeline as they just need to take these teamfights together. Pill finds DRF, but they need to get to this left side, get to that Bass area. They need those picks.
Oh, they had a chance at Shiny. They had a chance at the back line, but they didn't take it. They had an opportunity to at least try to fight them. And with that, they're getting punished. 3 go down, trying to get to Shiny later. Oh, Pepe, that was dirty. Oh, Pepe, you don't you don't have to do that to them. Oh, that was just mean. Oh.
Oh boy. Keep that tower away. Trip strikes to call it off. Golden Ball stepping on and call it quits here. Triggerfish Limeade. Little bit of a rough mid-game, but will come away with the 4-2 victory in this grand final set.
That was a good score, by the way. Scored 77. But, unrelated. Yes, Triggerfish Limeade Supremacy going to take SoCallie 3. 4-2. So hey, and they managed to hold on to that extra life, coming through winners. So not dropping a single set, Vapor.
Yeah, they kept it alive every single time, and even when they lost those 2 games earlier in the set, they're just like, all right, let's regroup ourselves and calm down. It's on zones. It's one of our better modes, so let's just calm ourselves down and go right back at them.
Yeah, it was that zones came in really good timing for them. Allowed them to just kind of breathe. They just, because I mean, that's just the best mode for them. You can see the build, what they were doing there. They had the splash there that did trip strikes. They had the shot from Pepe, of course. That's what Pepe's going to play every time. Mm-hmm. You had the Slosher with Cooler, and then you had yourself, or Inkjet, depending on the moment. I think they always went Cooler. And then you had the pencil. Just a lot of paint that can go down really quickly at range, uncontested, or if they're really far back. So you could just tell that was their best mode, and they were banking on it.
I hear clicking into recon mode. I don't really know what that means. Outside of maybe a group drip pick for getting this done. Who knows? We'll wait to hear if we want. Or that works too.
I assumed it was gonna be a drip pick, and then the other team just didn't leave.
Maybe.
That's what I think was going on, because they were in recon mode, which is normally what you would do recon mode for, right? Is to take a picture. Mm-hmm. So that's probably what they were doing, Vapor. That's what I would bank my money on. And I don't blame them. After winning another LAN, their second LAN victory It's weird to say LAN victory when we're online here right now. Their second LAN victory in the last couple of months, because they were able to win the Arizona LAN too, where they didn't even drop a single game. You were a part of that, for that matter.
Yeah. And I was that only 2? I feel like there was one more on top of that. I feel like they won the previous
There's been more.
SoCallie.
Well, I meant just recently though. We're talking about recent here for Triggerfish members. Able to get a second LAN victory with SoCallie 3. I think they won SoCallie 2, wasn't it?
Yes, I want to say that is correct.
So this is back-to-back SoCallie championships for Triggerfish players. I think Shiny was part of that too, so I'm going to say TLS. This is their second one, I believe.
Mm-hmm.